Hey, my name is Jared Moon, and I'm part of a group of underground athletes you've probably never even heard of before. We don't rely on fancy equipment for training, and most of us don't even have gym memberships. In fact, our motivation comes from within. You see, we have jobs, families, and responsibilities, but we still have big goals, and they aren't getting achieved at a global gym. For that reason, we have to do things differently. Our training has to be smarter. We don't have every piece of equipment known to man or a ton of time to train, and we don't need it, because we are achieving amazing things without it. So how do we do it? If you ask your average personal trainer or gym goer, they'd call us crazy. Yet we're seeing results better than most every single day. And it's happening by blending mental training with physical training and becoming an athlete. What we call, and welcome to, Garage Gym Athlete.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Garage Gym Athlete Podcast. Jared Moon here with Joe Courtney. What's up, Joe?
Hey.
And we have Christina Proulx. How are you doing?
Good.
Yeah, we are glad to have you here. I'm going to let you take it right away here with the intro. So who you are, what you do, and how you train.
Okay. So I am a stay-at-home mom of 4 boys, ages 13, 12, 9, and 4.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Is
very,
it?
very busy house.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but it's awesome. So I live in Sunnyvale, California, right in the middle of Silicon Valley. So I do CrossFit a couple times a week, and I do Garage Gym Athlete a few times a week, the occasional trail run here and there. Yeah, that's me.
That's awesome. Very active, sounds like, which is cool.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm going to have to start off with that right away. So you have 4 boys.
Yes.
When do you fit it in?
It kind of depends on what's going on in life. Lately, I've been doing it in the afternoons. I'll pop in a movie or something for my 4-year-old and just tell him Mom's going to be in the garage if you need me. So
Nice.
And hopefully, if I'm lucky, I can get through a whole workout without an interruption. But not always. So I do what I can. Yeah.
And what do you have in the garage? What's your setup?
So I have a pull-up bar mounted to a tree, which is kind of unique. I have a bar and plates. I have dumbbells, rings, a DIY squat rack my husband made. He's pretty handy. And a plyo box. That's about it.
That sounds like a good amount. Yeah.
Most of what you need.
And what was the big reason behind starting a garage gym?
Well, it kind of just gradually evolved. Kind of once I started CrossFit, I quickly realized that 2 times a week wasn't really enough to make the improvements that I wanted to see. So I kind of started with, hey, I really want to work on my pull-ups at home, and asked my husband if he could build something, a pull-up bar. And so he was like, yeah, sure. And so it started with that. And then, as I got stronger, I was like, hey, I only have 15-pound dumbbells. Like, I need something heavier. So I added a few of those. And then, I really want to work on my cleans and, my snatches, and I need a barbell. So got that. And so just kind of as the need arose, kind of added things in. And so that's where we're at.
That's awesome. Now, tell me a little bit more about this pull-up bar on the tree. How I just want to know how it got mounted, or what's the setup. I've done stuff like this. I've used like truck straps and a metal bar before for stuff. But like, what kind of pull-up bar you have on your tree?
So it's just made out of pipe. So
okay.
It's just I couldn't tell you technically how it's attached.
Didn't you share a picture in the group?
I did, because the first one we mounted actually broke while I was on it, which was awful.
Yeah, that's
so,
not.
Yeah,
were you kipping?
I was in the middle of toes to bar actually. So
Oh, that's even worse.
Even worse.
so yeah, if I had just been doing pull-ups, I probably would have landed on my feet, but my feet were like literally mid-air and the thing snapped off. So,
Oh man.
so that was rough, but we hadn't realized that it was kind of it was rusting on the inside because it's, it's outside all the time. So the pipes had kind of rusted. So, but we fixed it. It's good. So, I'm still using it. So
Yeah, that's brutal.
yeah.
So any injury from, I mean, I'm guessing you landed right on your tailbone or something like that.
I kind of landed on my side. And it's got like dirt and leaves underneath. So no, thankfully the pavement is not underneath there. So I think that kind of helped save me a bit. My shoulder, my back was kind of a little messed up for a bit, but thankfully nothing major. I was lucky for that, but yeah.
And so with 4 boys and you're married, so does your husband, partake in the CrossFit gym, the garage gym training? What does he do?
So he's a teacher actually, and he has a pretty nice gym at school.
Okay.
So he usually goes into work early and gets his workout in at the gym at school.
Right.
So yeah, and our garage is actually, it's a decent sized garage, but it's half of it's my gym, half of it's his workshop. So
Nice.
he has his like wood shop stuff on one side, and then I have my workshop with gym stuff on the other side. So, so that's what he uses the garage for mostly.
Nice. And do any of your boys get involved in in any of that training or anything?
They do. Yeah, they do sometimes. They're more into sports, I think, as natural for kids. They're not super interested in like, hey, let's do a 20-minute AMRAP or whatever,
Right.
but like sometimes they do. My oldest son, especially, he's been wanting to gain some strength and get better at sports and stuff. So I'll program a little set of something for him to do. Or my 4-year-old, sometimes he'll be like, I can't sit still. I need to do some air squats. And then, so,
That's
so
awesome.
it's just kind of spontaneous whenever they choose to join in. So yeah, it's fun.
That's very cool. Now, what would you say, your overall goal is right now in training?
My goal right now, I don't really have a specific goal. I'm just kind of always working towards being stronger and fitter. I kind of want to do an obstacle course race. That's kind of been something in the back of my mind for a while. So far, there hasn't been one where the timing worked out for me, so I haven't been able to actually sign up. But yeah, if I'm not signed up for something, it's kind of hard to have a specific goal in mind. So, so I've been looking for a race to do or something that can kind of give me that drive to.
I think you'll crush it. So overall fitness, and then we'll get you signed up for something soon enough. I'll encourage you to do that.
Yeah.
You do really well. And what were you doing before any of this? So before CrossFit, before Garage Gym Athlete, what were you doing?
Well, how far back do you want to go? Like
how far you want to take it back?
Or...
I mean, I guess your fitness journey, like what brought you today?
So I played sports in high school. Middle school and high school, I played soccer. High school, I did soccer and swimming. Junior college, I did swimming and water polo for a couple of years. And then actually right after junior college, I got married when I was 21. I had my first baby when I was 22. And so kind of all through my 20s into early 30s, I'm 36 now. So I was having babies and raising kids and just trying to fit in fitness wherever I could. So I did a lot of different things. I ran a lot. I got into running. I did some half marathons, couple of full marathons. I did 2 sprint distance triathlons. I joined the Y. I did a lot of group fitness classes like boot camp and body pump. Loved those for a few years as I was doing running. Also, that was kind of the strength portion for me. And Yeah, I think that about covers it. About 6 years or so into going to the Y and doing classes, I kind of got the itch to try something new. And a couple at my church actually owns a CrossFit box. And they had posted something on Facebook about a fundraising event they were doing. And I was like, wow, that looks really interesting. I'd like to try it. But I don't have any idea how to do CrossFit or what that's all about or whatever. But they encouraged me to just come and train for a couple of months and try it out and see how I liked it. And I loved it, obviously, got hooked on CrossFit. So I quit the Y, started doing that. So yeah, that started my CrossFit journey, and I kept running a bit. I did my last full marathon a couple of years ago, and kind of got injured, and my hamstring got messed up. So I kind of had to dial back the running. Well, actually, within the same year, I had the hamstring injury, I had plantar fasciitis, and I got an ankle fracture, kind of like,
Ouch.
all within the span of a year.
Yeah.
So, none of it, which was CrossFit related. It was just, mostly running and just random accidents. So, so I had to dial back the running. Actually, all impact activities I had to kind of just stop. So I kept up my CrossFit, just kept it low impact for a while. And since I couldn't focus on running, I just decided, well, I want to focus more on the strength and weightlifting. And so I did a little bit of hypertrophy type stuff, which was okay. It got kind of boring, honestly.
It's super boring.
It's it can get very monotonous. So yeah. And then, sorry, go ahead.
No, I did like bodybuilding stuff for years and years. And like when I was doing it, I didn't think anything of it. And then it wasn't that long ago. I decided I was going to try to throw a little bit of that into my, more current garage gym athlete training. And I think I made like 2 days
Yeah.
doing some extra hypertrophy work. And I was like, nope,
yeah,
I can't, it's too boring.
Yeah.
I can't sit here and do this anymore.
Yeah. It takes a lot of mental fortitude for sure.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't super practical because it could take so long to get through, like just so long. So anyway, so then I found Garage Gym Athlete. I think it was last summer. I think my husband actually stumbled upon End of 3 Fitness somehow. I don't even remember how. And he asked me if I'd heard of it, and like, no, it sounds interesting though. So I checked it out, went on the website, and I was like, this looks like what I need. This is awesome. Because I do a lot of training at home, but I felt kind of like I didn't know what to do really. So I didn't know how to program stuff for myself. And so I started on that and absolutely loved it. So yeah, so that's where I'm at now.
Great.
I feel like you got a lot of variety.
Yes.
Get full circle.
Yeah, I've done a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really awesome. And which track will you be on next cycle?
So I'm trying to decide. The last cycle I did shred. So I did hard to kill first, and then I did shred. I'm not sure. I think if I want to do OCR, do you think harder to kill is the best?
Yeah, depending on the distance. Now, I think my recommendation will be hard to kill for sprint distance and below on like Spartan Races. And now if you go beast or above, then the endure track is probably going to be the new endure track will probably be the best. So. Okay.
Yeah. I wanted to look at the endure also and see what that looks like, but definitely it would be a sprint distance to start with.
Yeah, you'll be more than okay on hard to kill then.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's probably what I'm going to do then.
Awesome. Cool. Well, that's really great. And how do you like training in your garage? There are pros and cons to it, right? As we all discover, so give me like one of your favorite thing and maybe your least favorite thing about training in your garage.
So I love that it's just so accessible, and it's so easy to just fit into life whenever I have time. I don't have to drive somewhere, make sure my husband's here to watch the kids or whatever, I can just go out and do it. But then also, there's more room for distraction and interruptions and stuff. So that's why I do still like going to CrossFit a couple of times a week, because I can have that time where I'm guaranteed no interruptions.
Right.
So I do still enjoy that, but practically speaking, it's nice to just have it there all the time. And I love that my kids just see me work out all the time, and they know that I love fitness and it's a part of my life, and it's always there for them too when they want to get involved. So very important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. What is the hardest workout you've ever done?
So running a marathon was pretty hard. Other than that, so I tried the Meet Yourself Saturday workout, the 1,000.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh. I think I only did a 500.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's good
gosh.
to scale that one at first. Yeah.
Yeah. It was surprisingly tough, because simple movements, but a lot of them, very high volume. So yeah, that was a good one.
That's a good one. We haven't had that one mentioned. And so I think that's awesome. And everyone should go check that one out. It's, that's a good Meet Yourself Saturday workout.
For sure. Yeah.
All right. In your opinion, what's the best activity for building mental toughness?
I think this is something I've been working on myself, and it's just say yes to things that are uncomfortable, that are scary. Just get outside of your comfort zone on a regular basis. So, like for me doing this podcast,
yeah.
At first I was like, no, I don't want to do that. That's no, scary. No, but you encouraged me. And so I was like, you know what? Yes, I will do it. Sure. Yeah. Why not? So
it's not so bad. We don't bite, right?
No, it's not. Yeah.
I love that. I think getting out of your comfort zone more regularly is probably the best thing that you can do. And it's easy to not do. Sometimes it doesn't even come across in your daily life. Sometimes you're presented with an opportunity and you're like, this will really get me outside my comfort zone. And you kind of have to make the decision. But a lot of life is like, that might not even show up. You have to go seek out the challenge that's going to push you. So I think that's really good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, if you could only have one piece of equipment to train with for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I think barbell.
Great.
And plates. I get to have plates with it, right?
You do.
Okay.
And I was wondering what your answer would be, seeing you've been in every facet of fitness, that exists, but the barbell can kind of crush them all, I guess.
Yeah, I guess maybe because that's kind of a relatively newer thing for me in the past couple of years. So I'm just really enjoying it. But you can do a lot with it too.
For sure.
So what would be one thing that would be on the top of your wish list to add to your gym?
An Airdyne, I think, or a rower.
Airdyne or rower.
Yeah, because all my cardio is running. Which we actually have a park right outside our backyard, which is amazing. But sometimes when I'm home with the kids, I have to be on the property. So I end up just running back and forth across the yard, which is not super fun, but it gets the job done. But I'd love to be able to hop on an Airdyne or a rower to get cardio. So
being in SoCal, you can pretty much run outside all year long, or you really can.
Yeah, well, lately there's been crazy amounts of rain,
that's true.
Crazy. But sometimes, I'll do it in the rain, whatever. I'd rather run in the rain than the heat, actually. So
you're better than me. I'm all about sunshine. If there's rain outside, then I'm like, well, I guess I'm just gonna row inside. Today.
I think the sun motivates me to get out more, but then once I'm out, it's like, oh, it's really hot. So I'll take some rain.
Yeah, the running, I was at Murph a few weeks ago. My wife was out of town. She had our youngest, our baby girl, and I was with the two boys, and I was going to do Murph, and that was the only time I was like, I got to run a mile. Should I just leave them here? It's okay. I'm not gone for that long in a mile, but at the same time, I was like, I ran to where my house would never be outside of my
Mm-hmm.
my vision, you know. So it's like a
Yeah.
different mile route, but having to take that into account
Yeah.
is an issue with kids for sure.
Yeah. And it helps since my oldest is 13. So like
Yeah.
he can hold down the fort for me if I need to leave for a little bit. So that's definitely a game changer when your kids are old enough that you can leave for a little bit and don't have to worry about too many bad things happening.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
A few years. Jared.
Yeah, a few years. But yeah,
You'll get there.
So my 6-year-old is not old enough yet, is what you're saying. He can't.
Probably not. Yeah.
Can't watch the
I
other
mean,
two.
all kids are different, you
Yeah.
know, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. So last question of the show. What would be your best advice for all the garage gym athletes out there listening to this?
I think something lately that's been really important for me is doing something every day to feed my soul, my mind, and my body. You know, taking some time for prayer or meditation, and then, you know, for my body, healthy food, working out, all that. And for my mind, you know, listening to podcasts or reading books or whatever. And I don't have tons of extra time. It's not like I have hours to do all these things, but just, you know, a few minutes here and there is all you really need. And I find that when I do that, I have more to give. So, you know, you got to fill yourself up so you have the energy to serve others and to crush it in the gym.
Love it. I think that's so important.
Yeah.
You know, the better you can feel about yourself through doing those things, you know, that does a lot for us. You know, the better we are for everyone else. And I think that gets lost a lot. And in parenthood, you know, you think that you have to sacrifice every bit of yourself to, you know, especially with four kids, you know, and that's not really the truth. You want to build yourself up so you can be better for them. I think that great advice. Yeah. And I really appreciate it. Christina, it's been awesome having you on the podcast. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.